This is my home. It took some time, but now I know.
Let's see here, do we have any sound? Yes, we do. Welcome to the stream. It's been a week since I streamed last. It's been 2 weeks since we streamed the UCLA series, UCLA Save. I guess that you need a bit of reacquaintance. I need to reacquaint myself with this as well. So we will start off just like we started off previously, to look through the actual roster, to look through the season preview. It's been a while, exactly. Bronx Bills are welcome. And then we'll get started. Just like always, we will get through one entire season. This is season 3, 2022. I don't know where to start really. Should we start by looking at the history? I think we should. So these are the 2 seasons we've played so far. We won the Peach Bowl after a 10-3 season in 2020, finished 11 ranked. All good outside the spreadsheet world. Yes, it is, Bronx Bills. Thank you very much. I hope that you were good as well. Nice to sit down with you and play for a while. And in 2021, we won the Alamo Bowl after a 9-4 record. So we've had 2 good seasons, but we've struggled to reach the postseason. And the reason for that is, can I check it here? Okay, so this is other stuff. This is kind of cool. We can see this as well. Can't forget the Alamo Bowl. Exactly. So this is Dennis Perry. Is he still with us? Yes, he is. Okay, so that's the QB we brought in last season. As you see, I'm a bit rusty and I have forgotten a lot about this team. But Dennis Perry came through last season. Is the leader when it comes to passing attempts, passing completions, loads of stuff, passing yards, 295 in a game. Okay, so this is for game records. We'll look at season records instead. Passing attempts, Dennis Perry 328, Daryl Hinman, the former QB. We've only had 2 seasons. If we look at the roster then to see what we have this season, this massive college roster. So starting with QBs, we have 2 sophomores and 1 junior. Can sort them by overall. Dennis Perry is by far the best QB, 92 overall rating. And good arm, fine intelligence, even better accuracy. Last season he started all 13 games. Draft Sports, they do love a good QB, don't they? And maybe this could be a guy we could get to the LA Chargers once we do that season, once he gets through the senior class. 24.2, 19 TDs, so he didn't have a great season last. Sacked 15 times, 15 interceptions. Hopefully we can protect him better this season. Howard Bauer, I mean, he's an okay QB. Arm 89, intelligence 75, accuracy 78. He's a lot quicker, maybe more mobile, I'm not sure. Probably he could put in a bit of a rushing yards as well. And then we have Zachary Sanchez, who I hope that we won't have to play. I mean, he's decent. He doesn't have an arm, so he would need to throw short throws. Intelligence 81, accuracy 82. arm 61, which is worrying when it comes to QBs. If we look at QB targets, we have Mark Adams, who is in this for his second season. The running back with an agility of 93, speed 91, strength 72. So he's fairly strong for being 5'10". Don't love his intangibles. I am an intangible focused kind of guy. Then we have two seniors, Domingo Creech and Robert Patel. Domingo Creech, agility 96, speed 86, strength 75. So work ethic 100, competitiveness 100, sportsmanship 100. This is what we love to see. But he's a senior, so we are fairly set when it comes to running backs. Robert Patel, agility 88, bit less speed but more strength. 80 strength for 5 and 10 guy is really, really good. And Philip Washington, another sophomore, he's just crap. Okay. So 3 really good running backs. I don't care too much about fullbacks. We have 1. Let's look at wide receivers. So where are we when it comes to wide receivers? We are lacking a bit here, aren't we? Christopher Smith, speed 90, hands 72. William Garcia, speed 80, hands 88. Marvin Towns, speed 90, hands 67. It's a bit of a worry, but he's fast at least. So okayish. I think we need to run more of a running game. I'm not too sure though. If we look at tight ends, okay, Frank Felix, 6'5", hands 88, doesn't have the speed though. So I think we need to run more of a running focused plays this season. Okay, and if we look at the O-line, where we really try to get players in, we got Timothy Hunt, Charles McVay, and Rodrigo Thomas in. And what are they like? Pass blocking 87, run blocking 81, strength 82. I like the looks of Timothy Hunt. Charles McVay, strength 79, pass blocking 88, run blocking 87. Good, good, good. And Rodrigo Thomas, he's the worst of the bunch. Strength 73, 6'7" though, pass blocking 82, run blocking 83. So we are going to do everything in our power to keep our star QB safe. If we look at the slightly older guys, Eric Gallagher has a strength of 90, pass blocking 86, run blocking 76. This is maybe a concern if we're going to play a more run heavy game. Gerardo Brown doesn't know how to block. He's strong but doesn't know how to block, which is a bit of a worry. And John Anderson, strength 83, pass blocking 88, run blocking 72. I do like guys with both high pass blocking and high run blocking because that gives us more of a versatility when it comes to the sort of offense that we want to use. I'd rather have a guy with pass blocking 80 and run blocking 80 than the looks of this guy, John Anderson, with a pass blocking of 88 and a run blocking of 72, because that means that we can switch. We have the guys for 4 or 5 years, so we cannot switch as quickly as we can with the pro team. If we look at offensive tackles, we have one guy coming in, Roy Longoria, strength 67, pass blocking 83, run blocking 67. Not excellent. Jose Brown has been fairly good, hasn't he? He came in last season, played 13 games, 21 pancakes. Okay, so he had a fairly mediocre season. Stephen Landis didn't play last season. Okay, so we are still struggling when it comes to the the tackle position. Tara Lopez, the woman tackler, 6'6" woman tackler, is probably the best one. 83 pass blocking, 86 run blocking, strength 71, slight concern. Pete Tom is just awful at everything. Okay, so hopefully we won't have to use him. And if we look at center, the main man, the most important one, we really fought to get Thomas Ellis in. Strength 85, run blocking 83, pass blocking 67. Hopefully he can improve that slightly going forward. I really hope so. Intelligence 74 though, decent intangibles. Except for him, we have Francisco Bentley, pass blocking 86, run blocking 88, strength 69, and intelligence 59 are 2 worries. Decent work ethic, though. Hopefully he can improve a little bit more. Thomas Ellis, strength 85, run blocking 83, pass blocking 67. So maybe we need to go more balanced. I don't know. I was thinking that we should go more run heavy, but we'll see. We look at the defense then. Start by looking at linebackers. We brought in 5 linebackers. Levi Archuleta, good tackling, lacks a bit of strength, lacks a bit of speed, but good tackling. Edward Calloway, freshman, agility 83, tackling 73, speed 78, strength 71. Very well rounded. I like him. 6'4", 5-star potential guy. It doesn't say anything about potential. It tells us how highly ranked they were in the recruiting class. David Choate, tackling 86, speed 83, strength 52 though, which is a worry when it comes to linebackers. Anton Leon, strength 63, agility, tackling good. I like the intangibles, work ethic 83, means that he will hopefully improve. Jesus Thomas, thank you Jesus. Leadership 89, work ethic 84. He's a team player with good disposition, good speed, lacks a bit of tackling, lacks a bit of strength. Shout, yeah. And Charles Guerrero, tackling 90. I mean, he's a great tackler, but he doesn't have the strength behind it. We'll see what that does for us. Work ethic 100. Hopefully, he's improved during his redshirt season. If we look at ratings progression, yeah, a bit has happened, but not too much. It's a very stuffy place. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get you. I get you. Name of a very elite boarding school in Connecticut. Gregory Thompson, Joseph Vincent, Alfred Foster. Okay. Lacks a bit of strength as well, but good agility, good intelligence, good tackling and speed. Jorge Negrete, maybe. 5th-year senior. Okay. No one really stands out when it comes to linebackers. So if you see here, we have all 11 of them between 80 overall and 88 overall. So very even group when it comes to quality, but no one really stands out. If we look at defensive tackles, at least we have a guy above 91 here. Senior Keith Johnson, strength 85. I'm not sure why he has an overall of 91, because he's only strong, decent tackler, not much more than that. Jackie Preston, he's a little bit stronger, a little bit worse when it comes to tackling. He's a junior. John Ball, he's worse when it comes to everything. Sid White, decent strength as well, nice intangibles. Eduardo Gil, Melvin Warren, Shane Warren. Okay, so we will need to improve we will need to improve defense going forward. We are losing a couple of the better ones as well. Edge rushes there. Okay, so this is really tight. The best one has an overall of 82 and the worst one an overall of 80. So no one falls off a cliff and no one is exceptional. Speed, Jonathan Estrella, 6'5", speed 72, tackling 66. It's probably the main man. Dale Halsey, slightly faster, worse when it comes to tackling. Rash, speed 72, tackling 42. Okay, not fantastic. Cornerbacks, Morris Brown Jr., overall 91, agility 88, speed 81. Okay, so that's good. That's good when it comes to corners. Eugene Hayes, speed 91, agility 71, 5'10", decent as well. JC Johnson, the newest one, agility 82, speed 79. Okay, so corners are fine. Free safety, Stephen Hurt. It's gonna hurt when you go up against Stephen, and he is pretty crappy. Agility 70. Okay, that's not good. He's not good at anything basically. It's a bit of a worry. Terry Maybury is better though, but we are losing him, so we need to. I'm going to write that down. Free safety! Exclamation mark! We need to go for free safety when we get into recruiting. Good agility, good speed, so he's our main man for this season, but then we are losing him. Strong safety. A new freshman comes in. Royal Howland. That's a proper name. If I had one more kid, I would name him Royal. Speed 90, strength 70, agility 73. Work ethic 87. I like that. So we are losing him, but we got Damien Burton in. Speed 85. Needs to work on his agility, strength, tackling. But leadership 100, work ethic 82. You love to see these sort of intangibles. Yeah, Royal Howland, that is a proper name. And then we have Lewis Mulligan, who is, he's just proper backup. Quickly look at punters. They are kicking distance 94, so we're going to use Antonio Main. He's going to be our main guy. Kick distance 94, kick accuracy 91, so he could basically be punter and kicker. Maybe we need to go that way. Let's look at the actual kicker then. Okay, John Johnson is the kicker. I think we need to go. So he has an accuracy of 90 and a distance of 78. So I think we need to go. We need to go Antonio Main for both punter and kicker, if we can. So these are what our needs looks like for next season. Running backs, wide receivers, and defense, I think. Pretty much strategy. Let's see what we are going with then. Run, pass, weight. If we choose House Zaragoza, he wants to go with high number, more passing. So he wants to run a more pass heavy offense. I'm not 100% sold on that. Bronx Bielsa, help me out here. I was thinking of going more run heavy. So my playbook is my playbook is slightly more run heavy. Let's get back to that shortly. Let's look here. Focus row. So we are running. So run focus or balanced. Okay, so let's look at the depth chart first, and then go back to the game plan. Need to set. Dennis Perry is the first QB. Howard Bauer, Zachary Sanchez. Yeah, not too much to think about that. Paul Burnham. There we go. Wide receivers. So if we look at roster again, okay, quick view roster. Maybe I could have used that one. Let's see if we can use the quick view roster here. So wide receivers, speed. Okay, so Christopher Smith has a speed of 90. It's not going to catch too many though. I'm not sure here. I think we need to go with Christopher Smith. Agility 81, speed 90, hand 72 is a bit of a worry though. Maybe he needs to be wide receiver 1, and then Isaac Moore, Smith and Moore, and behind them Garcia and Towns. Smith and Moore, Garcia, see here then, Towns, Boucher, Barker. And tight ends then. No tight ends. There we go. Frank Felix is our main guy then. Okay speed, good hands, decent strength. So Felix number 1. Thompson number 2. And then Miller and Franks. Felix number 1, Thompson number 2, Felix, Franks, and Felix, Thompson, Miller, Franks. Grimes. Left tackle. Lopez and Brown it is, right? Yeah. Lopez and Brown, and then Landis and Tom. Lopez and Brown, Landis and Tom. We look at guards then. We have Charles McVeigh and Hunt. McVeigh and Hunt, and then Gallagher and Anderson. McVeigh and Hunt, McVeigh and Hunt, Gallagher, Anderson. We can go Rodrigo, Thomas, and Gerardo Brown. Okay, so we have that one set up. We're calling it linear offense 22. Okay, I just mucked everything up, didn't I? Okay, I have to do it all over again. Oh crap. And how wrong will it be if we let him do it? Moore and Smith, Garcia, that looks good. Felix Franks, Lopez Hunt, McVeigh, Brown. Okay, that actually looks good. Made the same decisions. Maybe we're going to let Guzman choose the defense as well. And then in special teams, we will need to remember to go Anthony Main. That looks good. Okay, so let's get back to strategizing again and see what we can do here. Game planning, aggressive attitude, offensively focus. Should we go balanced? Maybe we should. We could try balanced to start off. Wouldn't let me change to balanced. No, it just keeps changing back to linear FM game plan. Aggressive run, normal, short. Okay. So okay, aggressive, balanced, normal tempo. He has a decent arm. Maybe we could try long. Passing target. Try the outside. Primary receiver. I think it needs to be Frank Felix. Yeah, let's try use power. Running back role. We need to have them running. Tight end can block. That seems good. Formations then. Okay, we're not going to change that. Okay. So what's the difference there? Not much. We go with that. Let's go into training. We are at training camp. To do what we usually do. I've been thinking about going a little more individualized when it comes to training this time around. Just play around and see what happens. So this is what we have to deal with. Position drills focus on the skills necessary for place position. And athletic training focus on speed and agility. Physical training works on physical shape, and game tape works on intelligence. So I think we need to do one. We're going to create new schedules here. Let's see. New schedule. We're calling it balanced. And that one is going to be this way around. And then let's create another one which is going to be called Positional. and then we will focus on, we will drop these. So 10 is the highest. So that would give him, there we go. Let's do one physical. We will drop this and we will focus on, how much is that? We need to get to 24. There we go. Create new. Athletic. And we will go full there. 7 and 6. And add a final one. Plain tape. Focusing heavily on game tape. Less on them. Like that. Okay, so let's start setting up by position. Howard Bauer. So are we going to let... Okay, so you're back. Welcome, Bronx Bielsa. I I went through the strategy. Okay, cool. So now you are controlled by the government. Good for you. And you don't have to make decisions for yourself. I have set up the strategy. I was sitting here by myself contemplating whether to go with a more run heavy or more pass heavy attack, but I ended up going very balanced, and now I tried to set up training. For the first time, I've done a couple of different training schedules. I've done balanced, which is 6 in all categories. Positional, which focuses mostly on positional drills, and they are relevant for the different positions. I think I'm going to use that for most players. And I also have a physical one that focuses heavily on physical training, less on intelligence. An athletic one focuses on athletic training, speed, agility, and then game tape, which focuses on intelligence, game tape. So I think many other players are going to go with positional, at least all the QBs. We look at the running backs. I'm going to run all of them positional, except for maybe 1 or 2 guys. Try something else for them. Like for the running back Philip Washington, let's try to run physical for him. We're running positional for the rest of them, but he's very weak. Let's see what happens to his strength. Paul Burnham can go positional. Frank Felix, maybe he can go speed, athletic. I would like him to be a bit faster. The same with Jose Franks. Same with David Grimes. Going to let the tight ends work on physical. So we're going to do positional for him. He needs to work on his hands. To work on athletics for Robert Miller. Jared Thompson can go positional. The wide receivers, this one has decent hands, lacks a bit of speed, so we go athletic for him. Don Boucher needs to work on his positionals. William Garcia, I would like him to be a bit faster. Same with Isaac Moore. Christopher Smith. Good work on his positional. Marvin Towns, also positional. See if we can improve their hands. Should be important for a wide receiver. When it comes to guards, then we'll try all of them positional unless they are weak. If they are weak, we are gonna, and by weak I mean below 80 strength, so he's gonna be on the physical one, see, and the same for Rodrigo Thomas, and the same for Bentley, positional, physical. We're gonna work all these guys physically to see if we can build up that line, that O-line, see if they can be a bit stronger going into this season. That would be lovely. Defensive tackles, they are he's strong. Let's work on his athleticism. They are below 15 speed, then we can work on their athleticism. Otherwise, we will work on the positional one. So yeah, athletic, positional. I'm not sure how much impact this will have, but we will see. And let's do that. Positional. This guy is a bit on the slower side. Athletic, positional, athletic. Getting down the list, Dale Halsey, positional. The linebackers, we can work positional on all of them, I think. Unless someone is very weak, like this guy. These guys can be on physical. This one is slow, so athletics for him. Positional. Now we're getting down to the final few guys, and then we can start the season maybe. So physical and positional. Physical. Just do all of these guys positionally. Then we can run training, and they need to remind me to sort of push down all these training schedules a notch once we get into the season. So let's look at league media, see where we are predicted to finish. So I guess we are not ranked. We are usually not ranked when we start the season. It's the same this time around. Team info. I'm supposed to be able to see somewhere. Season preview. So here we can see UCLA. Okay, so this is last season's numbers. We finished 18. So we have a good offensive positional grades, even better defensively. We are worthless when it comes to special teams. The conference reviews, what are they thinking we are in Pac-12? Ranked 5th offensively, 2nd defensively. Okay. Anything else we want to see before we get into it? Recruiting preview. We will get into that. Let's advance through the training camp. Yes. And now all of them are dead tired, aren't they? That's usually what happens. So Brown made remarkable progress. That's good. And I'm pressuring the players too hard. Okay. So we are ranked 47 this year's recruiting class. The season's expectations is to finish round 32, fourth overall in our conference. We should win 8 or 9 games. And we got 1 5-star guy in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-star guys and loads of 3-star. Okay. So let's look at how good we did when it comes to camp results. No one within the top 10 when it comes to big gainers, and no one in the top 10 when it comes to big losses. So let's look at UCLA Bruins. Jose Brown, 15-point gain. The 19-year-old tackle. So where did he improve? Okay, so he improved his endurance, which is okay, I guess. And he improved his strength, which is good, and slightly improved his intelligence. Okay, good for Jose Brown. And also improved his hands slightly. I'm not sure how much hands he actually needs. But okay, so intelligence 79, strength 73, pass blocking 80, run blocking 89. Couldn't we see that? We cannot see. Not sure why we don't see run blocking and pass blocking. Okay, Don Boucher, Howard Bauer. How did our star QB do? So well, I only need 2 for hands. Yeah. Dennis Perry increased by 1. It's a bit of a letdown, and I'm not sure where that increase came. Yeah, there. So arm 86, which is good then. 4-handed tackle sounds a bit unfair. Yeah, I would agree with you. Maybe that's why he is so good. And now we need to change the training. I remember this time around. So if we look at the positional, we are going to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go down to that. Physical 1, 2, 3. 1. And there we go. Athletics. And game tape. I don't think I chose any game tape. I don't want to train game tapes. No, I did not. Okay, I'm not going to set any red shirts. Let's move on from that. Yes. And we go into the regular season, I think. We have 31 scholarships available to offer. Expect a crop of solid recruits. A top 50 play would be good, and a couple in top 100 should be possible. Okay, let's see what this recruiting class looks like. Let's view all of them. Let's look at actions. We don't need a QB. So if I press shift and click now, then we get 5 points in, which feels really good. So we can go, oh, so 10 points is the new recruiting point max. So we're going to start off by looking at all these guys. Recruit through quality, 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 quality. That's going to be the three main areas to look for. And I think we should be a bit more wary this time around when it comes to the California guys, so that we don't lose them. And maybe be a little quicker when we move away from guys who are not interested at all. And maybe try to get in home visits early for the guys who are top of this list. That could be a thing to try. We haven't done that before. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, boom. So scouting points, we lost some of them. And let's go home to Ronald, George, Nicholas, and let's give them phone calls. So that's it. That's all the points used. And let's go for the first game of the season. And what does our schedule look like? We need to check that. So the schedule this season is what we start against Virginia Tech. At home though, tough game, but not impossible. So Virginia Tech at home, Virginia Cavaliers at home, Colorado Buffaloes, Oregon Ducks, BYU, Oregon State, USC, Wildcats, Stanford, Arizona State, Utah, and Connecticut. So USC is always one of the most important games of the season, but let's start the season off well. I would like to see a lot fewer sacks for our QB. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Let's hope for a brilliant season this time around. I would love to get to the postseason. So we sim it. And 2-point loss. 2-point loss against 13th seed Hokies. And why did Bauer play? I mean, he had a 122 rating, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, 4 sacks. Is our star man injured? Is that what's going on? Dennis Perry, fatigue. Okay, so I worked him too hard in preseason, and he needed to rest. That wasn't good. Okay, let's sim the week. Let's see, now I'm working players slightly harder than I'm used to. 1 training point harder. See if that makes a difference, or if everyone comes back to speed here. Training report, Jose Brown trained well. And none of the players we visited none of the players we invited wanted to come. Let's look here if anything has happened. So a slight interest in a few of them. 8 interest from Ronald Arnold. Ronald Arnold, what a name. And what kind of player does he see? Work ethic 100. Physique A, athleticism A. This looks like a really good player. Let's keep working on him. See if we can get them in and phone these guys. And if they keep being completely uninterested, then it's time to pull away from them. And let's get a couple of more guys interviewed. So that's basically it. No massive interest from anyone, but usually that's only the local guys. If we don't start to increase interest in some of these guys, then we will pull away from them and start focusing on the California guys. But first, it's time to play against 22nd seeded Virginia. We are predicted to win this one. Come on, give us a win. Give us a win. Okay, we lose again. This season is not starting off in the fashion that we wanted to. Okay, so still no star QB. Bauer, a QB rating of 188. Sanchez, QB rating of 234 from his one attempt. And their QB had a rating of 197. The QB ratings seem to have, they are through the roof. 2 losses to start the season off. It is not good. And what's the matter with Dennis Perry? Still fatigued. Okay. See week 2. Maybe it's all on me. Working them too hard, but I thought that the idea for the preseason camp was to work them harder. 11 inbox items. So we got a couple of reports. Week 3 recruiting. Michael Fairbanks. Okay, so wow, what an early committer. Went to Baylor straight away. Ooh. Maybe we need to move in on guys who we are interested in. What are the interests? Okay, so a bit of interest we've got here. George Jones doesn't seem interested one bit, so let's get rid of him. And let's hide him, and let's get rid of Charles Blake. Let's get rid of him. He's not interested. We will need to give these guys a phone call. Let's just ring a lot of guys up. This time around. There we go. Scouting points. So the final week of going wide. After this, we will need to focus on California guys. Ismael Frazier. Why have we backed off from him? I'm not sure. So let's call him. Let's give him an interview. And let's call these 2 guys up. So let's start spending recruiting points. Here. No, not QBs. We don't need a QB. See if we can start building an interest in some of these guys. recruiting. There we go, and we will rest this week. Started off really bad. So now we basically have to win most of the games we have left. Disastrous start to this season. And we are going to play 2-0 Colorado. And to see what happens when we look. Recruiting summary wise, Victor Morris and Seth Ellis. They went to other schools. Maybe we need to start handing out scholarship offers as well. All actions. So no one really interested out of these guys. Right. Can hide all of these. Let's not spend any more points for Craig Brown. He's clearly not interested. And he's not interested. There we go. Hide them. Okay. So we're still looking at 5-star guys. And we are not interested in the QBs, are we? No. We are not. If we move over here. One interest. Let's get loads of these guys interviewed this time around. Spend 5 points each on them. Just to sort of get a general idea of how good or bad they are. And then get them interviewed. Let's phone them. Phoning is cheap. And then let's look at the California guys, see what the interest for them are like. Okay, so a bit of interest here. Let's offer scholarships to the most interested ones. They have a little bit of interest at least. Spending points there and getting phone calls in. Let's call that QB just for fun. We need a backup QB. And offer scholarships to all these 5-star guys who are at least slightly interested in us. We have been struggling in the past to get guys interested in us, but there we go. Okay, so we go into week 4 against Colorado. We are predicted to win this one as well, but we were predicted to win the first 2. And let's see here then. Come on, hopefully we have our star QB back, and we win. There we go. Perry's back. Looks like he had one hell of a game. So Dennis Perry plays his first game of the season, 413 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions though, but we were much better than them. Passing yards 413, rushing yards 229, total yards 642. Okay, so QB rating of 213. very well rounded when we look at the numbers. 7 players with more than 70 receiving yards. 3 players with more than 50 rushing yards. Good game. Kicker, 3 out of 3 extra points. 1 out of 2 field goals from 40 to 49. So good game, good win, very important win. That means that we are not completely out of it, not completely out of the race. So what are the bad news when it comes to recruiting? Good play performances. Training report, several players trained well. Vance Sharkey rejected our scholarship offer because he's going to Virginia, together with David Alexander, and Alexis Cave is going to Bama. Bama Crimson Tide. So we need wide receivers. And we need defense. Wide receivers, defense, running backs. Let's see if we have managed to create a bit of interest from any of these guys. No, not really. Wide receivers, defense, and running backs is what we need, but we are struggling to get that going. So we have scouting points. Spend them. So at least they are not completely uninterested in any of them, which is good. Let's try home visits for these guys again. Facility tour there. Scouting points. There we go. Get them completely scouted. Who has the biggest interest? Anyone? Okay, so a couple of guys here. Jose Carlson, defensive tackle. John Walker. William Faulkner, that's a good name. Carl Holland. So wide receiver, John Walker. Athleticism B. Technique A+. So we need to scout him. He is interested in coming, which is good. From Tehachapi, California. And we go into week 5, our 4th game against 9 seeds Oregon, and they are predicted to walk all over us. Can we cause a serious upset? Let's hope so. I'm going to cross my fingers again. There you go, Ducks. UCLA beat Oregon Ducks 37-27. What a performance. The third quarter proved pivotal. So, offensive player of the game, Mark Adams, the UCLA running back, 16 attempts, 68 yards. Perry had a 266.6 TD rating and still wasn't awarded the offensive player of the game. 4 TDs, 1 interception, 5 sacks. So we are still not able to keep him safe. But a 266.6 QB rating, which is absolutely insane. Adams had 139 receiving yards, 3 receptions, 46.3 yard average. Maine had another good game. Oh, that combined kicker punter. In week 5, so we are 2-2, which is a hell of a lot better than 0-2. So we are still alive after 4 games. See if we can start getting a couple of guys in as well for this season, or for the next season, I mean. Vincent Estrella, a couple of players training well. Let's see, and we actually managed to visit. Herman Boyd seemed excited when visiting. Nicholas Robinson seemed very receptive. That's good. Hopefully we will see the interest going up there. And Ronald Arnold has lots of good energy. Okay, so we've got a couple of extra points, and we visited the number 1 rank and number 4 rank. So crossing our fingers again. It worked the last time. That game, will it work now? What is the interest now? Okay, so not brilliant. It increased to 14 and 9. So maybe we need to visit Ishmael. So Herman Boyd and Quan Tong. So let's look at the California guys. Keep these all of the. Okay, so that's not all of the California guys. These are all the California guys, and we are going to use scouting points on them. And get them interviewed. We can interview Leroy, and we can call Leroy a couple of other guys. There we go. Every point spent. Look at the standings. We should be somewhere in the middle, I guess. Being 2-2. Florida State and Wake Forest are still unbeaten in the ACC. American Athletics is 11th seed Memphis 5-0. Big 12. Baylor 5-0. Oklahoma 4-0. Iowa State having an absolute stinker of a season so far. Big 10. Maryland, Ohio State, Penn State 4-1. Iowa 4-0. Nebraska 4-1. Minnesota 4-0. Conference USA, nothing to report here. Independence, nothing there either. Mid-American, nothing. Mountain West, nothing. All these small conferences, nothing cool happening there. So we are 2-2. USC are 4-0. Arizona State are 4-0, which is bad for us. We will probably need to beat both of them then, but we beat Oregon, who are 4-0, so that's good. Southeastern, Texas A&M 5-0. Ole Miss 4-1. South Carolina 4-1. Bama 3-2. Nothing to report from the Sun Belt. So we go into week 6 and we are playing BYU. They are predicted to win this one. I think we will win. I sure hope so. We absolutely crushed them. Sometimes I'm not sure where these predictions come from, but a massive second quarter there for us, 28 points. So total yards 568, passing 382, rushing 186. Harry had a QB rating of 246. I'm not sure if these QB ratings are correct. 441 for Bauer. They are usually off when it comes to these few attempts. But still, okay, so he threw for 54 yards, 1 touchdown. Garcia 117 yards. So Maine had another brilliant game. Keeps having brilliant games. 56 points on the board, which is very, very good. Cool. So we are 3-2. Let's sim this week. And see if we can start getting guys in, maybe. Would be cool to at least secure one or two recruits before we get too far into the season. So Jose Tompkins, 5-star running back, rank 16, chooses us, which is good. Daniel Her and Jose Carlson, they chose to go elsewhere. And we lost a couple of other guys as well. Okay, and what are their outreach reports? Ismail Frazier was happy with our visit. Herman Boyd. We've had lots of good energy. Very good. And we go to recruit. So we have one guy, Jose Tompkins, comes in, which is good. A running back. We need at least one. We have one in, but we need loads of wide receivers, and we have none so far. We need cornerbacks as well and safeties. But I think we basically need everything. So if we look at the actions, none of them are becoming really interested, but they're not completely uninterested either. So let's try to invite loads of these guys to a game. Hopefully get them interested. Hopefully win the game. Hopefully a couple of them will come at least. Can we spend more points? No, we can only spend 10 recruiting points per week. There we go. And let's start focusing on these guys as well. Spending these points and offer all of them scholarships. And then let's look at the California. Scouting points. Let's interview them. And get to know them a little better at least. Okay. There's one scholarship remaining. Let's see if Dennis Lockett wants it. 1 point spent. Go to dashboard. I think we can see Jose Tompkins. See what sort of player he is. Jose Tompkins. Okay, don't love those intangibles, but I love the physique. I love the athleticism. I like the agility. He's a running back. Good speed, decent hands. I hope that he will perform for us. So we are 3-2. We have invited a shitload of guys to come watch our game. And we are away at Oregon State. They are 4-2. We are 3-2. Win this game. Win it. Oh, lost by 3. Oh, lost by 3. That's just awful. Dennis Perry, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. How did we lose this one? How did we lose it? 12 penalties for 99 yards. Maybe that was the one. 2 fumbles. So this was a Very tight game. 4 sacks. Huh. Okay, so we are still not protecting him the way we should. That wasn't good. So soon we can kiss our post-season dreams goodbye yet again. It's turning into a bad habit for us. Turning into a bad habit. See here then. Week 8. Edward Shitwood. Strong safety comes to us. Loads of other guys choosing other options. So Ronald Arnold was the only one who came to watch. He seemed excited even though we lost to Oregon State. So none of the other guys came. Let's look at targets, actions. Ronald Arnold, his interest is 28. Let's try inviting them to a game again then. Maybe we should go attend a game with them. Let's try that, and let's go visit these guys at home. See if they're interested. I think it's more common that the more interested guys will allow us to visit them at home. So we have a good amount of recruiting points to spend, even though, well, Bayer doesn't seem too interested in us. Let's get rid of him. Let's spend the points on John O'Connor instead. See what happens if we spend a few points on these guys. Getting to know them. And we move on to, so these are all our targets, are they? Let's see, all players, and go California. And give a couple of scouting points to Covington and Atwell. Let's spend more points on someone. So if we go all here, see if we can get some of these guys more interested. Some of these 4-star guys. Wide receiver, primarily. Let's look at all the wide receivers in the nation. Uncommitted. Okay, so there we go. Let's offer them scholarships as well. Hope that it goes well. We go into a game, the most important game of the season. Lovejaw, welcome. We are indeed playing draft day college football, and it's not going well. We are hosting USC in a sort of make or break game. We are not winning. We won 3, lost 3. Our star quarterback was tired for the first 2 games, so we didn't play. We lost them, and then we just lost the last game. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we can beat our big rivals, USC. How are you doing, Lumpjaw? I hope that you are well. Let's see here. Fingers crossed. Yes. This might save our season. What a 4th quarter from us. So Mark Adams had a good game, and our quarterback Perry threw 3 touchdowns but had 3 interceptions. Doing good. Playoff time in hockey. Best time of the year. Yeah, I get that thing. You are busy and things are very action-packed for you. I totally get that. So this is our star quarterback. Arm 87, intelligence 89, accuracy 92. So he's doing well. I'm actually going to be in this online league for franchise hockey manager that starts soon, and we're going to start with one NHL team each, and we're going to start in the year of 1990. So I have the LA Kings. So I have my first line: Luc Robitaille, Wayne Gretzky, and Thomas Sandström. Really excited about that one. So we beat 3rd seed USC. So we are not cat piss. We are not cat piss. On a good day, we can beat anyone, but on a bad day, we can probably lose to anyone. You have an old Thomas Sandström stick in the basement. Cool, really cool. So we got one guy in, Jose Robinson, and loads of other guys who were not interested in coming. Okay. So 2 games, 2 guys full of energy. And let's look at the we have 3 guys coming in, two strong safeties and 1 running back. Interest 1 from Brit Torres. Let's revoke that scholarship. Hide him then. We don't need any more strong safeties. Roberto Wheat, he showed a bit of interest, but let's get rid of him as well. There we go. And then look at phone these guys up, interview them, try to get these guys in for home visits. So these guys are at least a bit interested in us. Give them a scholarship offer. Morlaith, welcome to the stream. Hello, how are you? Are you familiar with the game? We are playing Draft Day Sports College Football, and we are in Season 3 in our UCLA Dynasty. It is Draft Day Sports College Football, so American football, and we are UCLA, and at the moment we are trying to recruit players. So if you are familiar with the game Football Manager, this is basically the same thing, but for American football and for the college level. And we are currently trying to find wide receivers to bring in. So since this is college football, we have to do recruiting. It's kind of fun. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't know it either until I started playing it, and I really enjoy it. It's really cool. And if you want to ask anything, ask away. I'll try to explain it to you. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to recruit high school kids, convince them to come join my program. And I spend recruiting points, and I spend scouting points. We don't need strong safety. And once in a while we play a game as well. And that's what we're going to do now. We are going to play another important game. Arizona, we are at home. We are predicted to crush them. Let's just crush them. Okay, so we crushed them. 48-13. We crushed them just as badly as I hoped for. So Dennis Perry is the offensive player of the game. Our quarterback, 11 out of 15 attempts, 73%, 238 yards. Hello Lama, welcome. How's those Lakers doing? Well, it's icings all over. Icings everywhere. We are doing okay. How are you doing? That's more important. We just beat Arizona, so we have 5 wins, 3 losses. I made my star quarterback so tired during preseason that he needed to rest for the first 2 weeks, and we lost both of those games. And as usual, it's nearly impossible for us to get high school kids in. I'm glad that you are excellently well. I'm good as well. In case anyone was wondering. So we got 3 guys to come in, another running back, 2 free safeties, and lost a shitload of guys just like usual. Adrian Baez. Let's see then what we can get in. Is there anything we still need? So we are getting running backs in, which is good. We need wide receivers. We haven't gotten any in, but we are offering to 4. And we basically need most of them to come in. Something else. Cornerback. We could use a cornerback. At least one. So cornerback and wide receivers is what we are looking for. Cornerbacks and wide receivers. And on this list we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know why I'm... Okay, so these guys don't seem overly interested, are they? Cornerbacks, wide receivers, we can drop the free safety. Let's call him, interview him, interview these guys too. Invite all of these guys to a game. Come watch us play. Come watch us play. There we go. And we will need to spend points on them. We have loads of recruiting points to spend now as well. So John Walker seems interested. William Faulkner, I do love that name. Get him interviewed. We can spend more points on him. So there we go, 10 recruiting points left. We needed wide receivers. Leon Dale. Don't know too much about him, but we are not after any QBs either. We are after cornerbacks though, so I would love us to get in a couple of these guys. So let's look at the cornerback position. Let's offer them scholarships, see what happens. We spent them all, and we go to a game. Week 10, Boise State against Air Force. So we have a week off. And we are going to play Stanford, 12th ranked Stanford, in a very important game next. And we've got Jerry Covington, tight end in, but lost 2 wide receiver targets and 1 cornerback target. That's not good. I would have loved to have that Ishmael Frazier come in. Just clear all of them. Go to see what's left to get in. I think it's time to start looking locally. Let's look at uncommitted guys from California. Linebacker, a wide receiver, another wide receiver, another wide receiver. So wide receivers are very, very, very important to us. Now, if we're going to have any sort of chance to save this, let's see, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Let's call them up. Let's go home to him, and let's go home to him, and let's invite him to a game, and him to a game. Defensive end, we could spend points on him. Another wide receiver. Give them both scholarship offers. Defensive ends. Spending points like crazy. And call them and give a bit more points to. That's not less than. Okay, so there we go. We go into another week, another important game. Every week's a make or break game, but if we win this one, then we are in contention to actually reach the postseason. If we lose here, then I think it's over for us. So we lose by a point. 1 single point. That's awful. They win the final quarter 7-3. Harry has a good game. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. We are the better team, as it seems. I'm not quite sure where we lost this one, to be honest with you. Gutting though. Absolutely gutting. We were leading 31-21, then they turned it around. Oh. That was probably the final nail in our coffin, I think, which is sad with 4 games to go. we are going to look at the standings as soon as this is done. If we look at Pac-12, we are 5-4. Arizona State, they are 8-1. USC are 6-3. So this is basically going to be pretty close to impossible. We need to beat Arizona State in the next game at least to be in with a theoretical chance. We get 3 more guys, a tackle, a cornerback, and a running back, but we keep losing wide receiver targets. Feel excited, very excited, happy. Okay, so let's look at what the status is for the guys we are still trying to grab. So let's hide him, we're not interested in him. And let's go for Santos Peterman. Let's call him. Let's offer scholarships to all these guys, phone them, bring them in, call their mother, do everything to get them in. That cornerback, we want him. That running back, we want him. We're probably not going to get him. At least let's try. Attend a high school game. Cost 4 points. Let's invite him to a game then. And we're spending points on all of them. Let's get to know you a little better. And then just look at what's left when it comes to California. Uncommitted guys in California. We don't want another running back. Linebacker. We could try to get to know you. Phone. Cannot phone. We don't have any points left. We can offer him a scholarship. Defensive tackle. Defensive end. Sure. Wide receiver. Linebacker. Wide receiver. Linebacker. God. So now basically trying to get any decent talent from the state in. Let's go to the next. Let's offer all of them scholarships. I've never talked to them, but here you go. You want to go to school and you want us to pay for it. Very well. Yeah, it's very much trying to coax them into coming to me. That is very much the truth. And if we look at the team info, the higher the prestigious, so these are the school prestigious. LSU Tigers and Ohio State Buckeyes are top of the list at 92. We are, where are we? 70 something. There we are, 76. So we are struggling to get the top recruits in. We really are. So the prestige is based on results, and you get results after you manage to recruit some of the top recruits. So it's a bit of a downward spiral for us at the moment. So let's get into the game against Arizona State. We should lose this one. I would be very happy if we won, but we lost by 7. Okay, so the season is basically over. Another good game for Perry, 2 touchdowns. We're going to lose loads of quality this season, which is sad. But what's also cool, Morley, is that we on Thursdays I do a LA Chargers stream for the Draft Day Sports Pro Football game. So you can actually, when our senior players become too old, as they do towards the end of this season, then we can export them and use them as the draft class for the pro game, which I really enjoy. That's a cool feature. We've got a couple of guys in, no one really interested, mostly California guys, I would say. Wide receiver, I still like a cornerback, we're struggling with that. Let's see what the guys that we are trying to grab, how do they look? So Mark Edwards really isn't interested, but we keep pursuing him. So no cornerbacks, so we need to look. We need to look for a cornerback. Are there anyone in California who are decent? Franklin Roby went somewhere else. So let's do that. We need to get guys in. And now let's look at the targets, all positions, see if we can work them to come join us. Let's try to get him to let us visit him at home. Probably won't. And him, and him. I can call him. And we have a couple of recruiting points left to spend. Let's use them on Santos Peterman and Shannon Adams. Let's interview these guys who we are giving free money to at least. There we go. And let's get into the game. Week 13, UCLA versus Utah Utes. Beat them. Okay, we crushed them. We were furious after the last two poor performances. 43-13 win. They were never in this. Perry played for most of the game. 9 out of 7, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Good game. Not too much to talk about. Our postseason dreams are absolutely shattered, but let's finish the season with 2 wins in the last 2 final games, which would set us up for an 8-5 season, which is pretty much what the board wants at least. So a wide receiver, a cornerback, and a tight end. Good. That was what we were after. So I'm glad we got those guys in. Now let's just focus on seeing if we can get any of these guys in. Spend more points on them. We're not going to go after anyone else. See if we can visit these guys at home and call them. So there we go. We go into the penultimate game of the season against Connecticut. They are 2-8. We are 6-5. We should win this one by a country mile. We don't win by a country mile, but we still win 48-41. Star QB Perry, 5 touchdowns, 353 yards. Offensive player of the game. So the third quarter and fourth quarter saw us win it. So we are 7-5. If we win the final game of the season, then we will reach the expectations by the board. We will not see an increase in the prestige, I think. So I'm starting to get a little worried that we won't be good enough during this time that we have Perry. It would be troublesome if we need to start looking for a new quarterback. So 3 new guys come in, 2 wide receivers, 1 cornerback. That was good. And now we basically have all the guys that we needed to come in. Are we missing anything? 3 commits there. 2 commits, 4. 1. Yeah, we have everything we need. We have every position we need, so we could just see if we can get any of these guys in. Try to visit them at home. Invite to game. Okay. Final game of the season. A win here against tough opponent. No, okay, so we rest for this week. We play next week. Okay, we didn't play anymore. I thought we'd have 13 games. Apparently maybe we did. I cannot count, can I? So Jason Cordill came in. Gerald White and Clifton Clancy chose to go otherwise. If we look at the standings, we finish a fairly meh season at 7-5. Let's see if we are bowl bound. We have won a bowl every season, so 7-5 could be enough for a bowl. We will see if we can end the season 8-5. No, I cannot count. That's true. We are playing 13 games. I just thought that there were 13 games in the regular season, but I forgot to think about the bowl. So we are in a bowl game. We are playing 6-6 Texas Tech in the Alamo Bowl. We have won it once. Let's keep this tradition going. Let's beat them. No, we lost. Okay. Shitty season. Absolutely shitty season. We end the season 7-6. We lose this game in the fourth quarter again. Perry had a good game though, so we cannot blame him. I'm not sure who to blame. Maybe it's our defense we need to blame. So we lost there. So let's sim the bowl week. A crap season for us, unfortunately. First bowl loss as well. Let's see what the postseason tournament looks like. 8 teams go to the postseason, so it's tough. Minnesota versus Ohio State. Minnesota caused an upset. Beat Ohio State. Arizona versus Oklahoma. 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 They crush it. Oh, notification didn't go. Oh, okay. But now you are here just to see me cry and say goodbye after an awful season. I hope that you are well, friendly guys. That you've had a good night instead of watching this house of cards fall apart completely. Rose Bowl and Sugar Bowl. Oh, wow. Wow. How many overtimes was there? Probably loads because it ended 26-29. Yeah, we had a really bad season. Our quarterback had a great season, but the rest of the team just had an awful season. Also called for a good series for a couple of seasons. That's true, but this wasn't good. Baylor win it, just like they won the NCAA basketball championship in real life. Congrats to them, I guess. Can't say I'm really pleased for them. Okay, so we had 5 guys in the Pac-12 All-Conference team. Running back Mark Adams, guard Charles McVay, 2 linebackers, Alfred Foster and David Choate, and punter/kicker Anthony May, who also made the All-American team. Good for him, I guess. So we go into the 2022 awards. Glenn Sambon seems to have been the most outstanding player of the season. So he lacks a bit of arm, still having a good season. 35 touchdowns in 15 games. Good for him. Did we have anyone here? Nope. Yeah. Most outstanding punter. Anthony Main won punter of the season. Good for him. 2,623 yards. And he was also our kicker this season and had a good kicking season. Okay. So we continue, and now it's time to no, not yet. Let's advance. So nothing happens to our prestige. We don't lose any, we don't gain any. Don't care about the senior bowl. Aren't we supposed to export here somewhere? This is usually where I... No? Okay. No. Then we move forward, and then I think we export here. Export draft class. There we go. So the draft class is exported to Lee folder. Let's see what the let's see who came through from UCLA for Thursday's Charger stream. UCLA. Frank Felix, the tight end, is at least on paper our best player. So maybe we'll try to get him in with the LA Chargers. We'll see. Let's save this. Channel on Pap. We are finishing the 3rd season with UCLA. It went badly. We finished the season 7-5, and then we lost the Alamo Bowl. So we ended up finishing 7-6, which was worse than what the board wanted. And now we'll see what sort of players we got in. Our QB had a great season. Our young QB, Dennis Perry, sophomore. So he had a very good season. Let's see, his numbers 35 touchdowns, threw for 3,554 yards in 11 games. He rested the first 2 games, so he averaged slightly more than 3 touchdowns per game throughout the season. So we cannot blame him. We cannot blame him one bit. But we are losing. I've got the freshmen in. These are last season's freshmen. He's going to be a good player for the next couple of seasons. Let's see what the new freshmen look like before we end the stream. We are keeping current team. See if we get any really good ones in. And then we will end this. So the see here if we can look at freshmen. No data available. Haven't they gotten here yet? Maybe. No freshmen coming through so far. I've had a good Easter holiday. I hope you have too. We spent time at the cabin. Came home today. We had a really good time. Let's look at the stuff. Are we losing anyone? So 1 year remaining, 0 years remaining for Michael Guzman. Let's look at the profile. He seems to be a decent guy. Let's negotiate an extension. Yes, 6 more years. Let's get through these and see. Had a good one. Couple of days more. Yeah, I have a couple of more days left as well. I have this. I'm free tomorrow as well, and then I'm working from home Thursday and Friday. So will be sort of a prolonged weekend. Signing day is here. Advance that one and see what comes through. See if any great guys come through. I think we had an okay-ish draft class. Can we see them now? I think so. Let's see. Okay, so nationally, our draft class is ranked at 2. Our relative rank is 7. Okay, so we have a really good recruiting class. We need to look at them. We are predicted to finish around 42. 6th overall in our conference. Should win 8 or 9 games. So 2 5-star guys, loads of 4 stars, and loads of 3 stars. And they picked up a kicker. Let's look at the roster before we end the stream. Freshmen overall. So okay, 4 guys with 90 or higher overalls. Jose Tompkins looks like a brilliant guy. Agility 92, speed 95. 95 for a running back. I think we are running a more run-heavy offense next season. Nicholas Robinson, agility 79, speed 93. Yeah, broom indeed, Lumpjaw. Jose Robinson, 2 Jose's coming in. I guess that's good. Good strong safety, nice work ethic. I like that. Carl Holland, another running back, speed 90, agility 85, strength 78. A decent corner, decent tight end, another good wide receiver. Yeah, they look deadly. If you look at all players, the new Jose Tompkins comes in as our best player overall, and Dennis Perry, who is in his penultimate year next year, is one brilliant player. So it's going to be cool to keep an eye on him as we move over to the LA Chargers game. Carlos nailed on third down back. Yeah, he sure is, isn't he? Just look at it. Strength 78, agility 85, speed 90. I think he's going to be brilliant. And I think we need to run a more run-heavy system next season. We sort of tried a balanced one this season, which made Dennis Perry shine. But with all these, I'm going to show you the running backs. So with at least 4 very good running backs. We also have Mark Adams, who I enjoy. Speed 85, hand 74. I think he had a good season this season. 14 touchdowns last season, 5 touchdowns in 2022. Yeah, so maybe we need to run a more run-heavy system, I think. And let's save it that. I'll be back on Thursday with the LA Chargers. Hopefully they will perform slightly better. I don't really remember how well we drafted there. Not too good, I think, which is a worry. And then on Saturday we will do the Brommapoikana stream. I will be back with another Brommapoikana episode tomorrow. An end of season 1. We are not going to tank again, Don Pep. We're going to sooner or later we're going to have to start look up the table, I think. So on Saturday we will surely sing the Krebbe 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 song, but maybe you can sing along to tomorrow's episode of Boys to Men. Thanks for watching tonight. Take care, stay safe, take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.